Hello everybody, it's Heather here from Active Newcastle with this week's beginners Pilates on our wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Hope everybody's alright, keeping well and staying safe. I'll just go through, we've got a few minutes yet, but I'm just going to start and obviously let you know you take part at your own discretion. This is a beginner's class. So obviously it is more the basic levels of Pilates, but with some of the exercises we may build up on. If that's not comfortable for you, just stick with the lower levels. And most of the exercises should be suitable for everybody. If it doesn't feel right for you, you're just not getting it that day, just stop, take a break, maybe miss that exercise out. Obviously always starting with our posture, core and breath. Core engagement, really, really important. And yeah, so grab yourself some water, and you might want a little mat, a little cushion or something. You don't have to. If you've got a mat, great. If not, have you got a rug? Or just be on a carpeted floor. Don't be on a hardwood floor without anything in between you, okay? Just make sure you've got plenty of space so that when you lie down, you can lie down fully extended without hitting anything, making sure you're not going to whack your arms off anything or anything like that. We don't want to be causing any injuries for anything, accident or not. So yeah, just listen carefully and see how you get on. We're going to do a bit of stretching today because I'm getting to the point where I feel like we're at the end of lockdown and people might just be getting a little bit stiff, etc. So you might have been working from home and you've been sitting at a makeshift desk rather than a proper setup desk, or just because we're restricted in what we can do, you might just be sitting down a lot more, etc., than you normally would. So grab yourself some water, grab yourself some space, and hopefully the music's all right. And just kind of enjoy the session and listen to your body and see how it feels. Obviously it is cold outside. I've actually just put the heating on because I couldn't bear it anymore. But obviously you don't want to be too hot when you're doing exercise. Obviously once you start moving you will warm up as well. So if you have got the heating on, make sure you've got some ventilation going as well so you're not going to overheat or anything like that. Right, well I think then let's get started. So we're going to start with our posture check as normal. You can sit cross-legged, making sure you're sitting nice and tall, or you can sit with your legs out straight in front of you. Just whatever feels comfortable for you, okay? It's not, there's no preference or anything like that. If you do tend to find that you feel more comfortable with your legs out in front of you, but your knees are coming up off the floor, you can sit on a block or something like that just to lengthen those legs a little bit. And then that should help keep that spine nice and tall. So find that position. Okay, sitting nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back and down. And just imagine you've got a rod running through from the floor, coming up through the spine, out the top of the head. We want to make sure we're looking straight ahead and we're tucking that chin in. So just roll the shoulders back. Arms should just gently be down by the center. Now if you feel that you're curling forward, you can just activate your back muscles, okay? Squeezing those shoulder blades and then bringing it back down into position. Excellent. Now from here we're going to do our breath. So with Pilates we do something called lateral breathing, okay, which is basically when we inhale we inflate the lungs and not the tummy. Okay, so just place your hands on your ribs, fingertips touching, inhale. And as you inhale, those ribs, those fingertips should come apart, opening up, and then exhale, fingertips should come back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Now I'm going to just do that again, but with our core engagement this time. So we're going to inhale Fill the lungs. Exhale, bring that core tummy muscle. So your tummy button and your spine, you've got to make sure there's a magnet, and basically 100%, there's nothing getting in between there. So pull it in as tight as you can go. Hold it, be aware of how it feels, and then just let it go. Excellent. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, put it into 50% so the connection is still there, but we're not squeezing the fingers this time. So just be aware of it, and then let it go. Okay, last time. Inhale. Exhale, bring it to 30%, so it's just a connection there. Now, that's what we should maintain throughout the session. If you happen to let it go, don't worry about it. Just inhale, exhale, and switch it back on before you move, okay? So, now we've done that, we're going to come into a kneeling position. All right, so I'm just going to move back so you don't lose me completely. Okay, so from here, we're kneeling up. If you need to, if you've got like a little cushion or a little bit of blanket, if you need to, underneath, or double over your mat if you need to, if you've got dodgy knees. Just bring your left leg through, and we're just going to lean forward, dropping the hips down, and we're stretching out the hip flexors here, okay? So nice. So we start up here, inhale, exhale, bringing it down. Just hold that stretch. Now you should be feeling this in the top of the thigh, in the front of the hip, okay? Going maybe, depending on how tight you're feeling, going all the way down to the thigh. Excellent. Inhale, push back, and then we're going to switch legs. Excellent. And then we're going to come forward. And again, just stretch out. Now, if you've got a wall or a chair or something you're a little bit wobbly, you can just hold on to it next to the door. That's fine. That's not a problem. It's more important about the stretch at this point. Okay, we're just going to do one more on each side. So, sitting, kneeling forward, leaning into it, and see if you can just get that a little bit further. Now, if you can you reach down onto the floor? Excellent. Come back. Switch sides. Lean forward, deepen in. You might be able to go straight in, and then reach your hands down to the floor again. Excellent. And then slowly come back up. Now, from here, we're going to come into our all fours position. Okay, so making sure that our knees and our hips are directly underneath each other, all right? So we're not leaning back, we're not leaning forward. Hands are going to go on the floor, wrists, elbows, and shoulders nicely stacked. Now, again, we still got that rod running through all of our spine from head to toe. So our head's not up at the minute and our head's not down. From here, inhale, exhale, just engage that core tummy muscles. Inhale. Exhale, now we're going to curl up. So we're just curling the spine. The arms and the legs are not moving. Curl it up, tucking that tailbone, dropping the head, arching up the spine, and then inhale, we're dropping the other way. So this is our happy cow. Okay, so bottom sticking up, head comes up, tummy's pointing down. Excellent. Exhale, curling it up. So this is what we call an angry cat. Excellent. One more. Back to our happy cow. Nice and slow. And then come back into neutral. Okay, if you've got a mat, great. Go to the right-hand side of your mat with your right hand, and then bring your left hand on top. So still going to go into that cat-cow, but just at a slight angle. And just wriggle into it. See how it feels for you. If you don't have a mat, then obviously you're just going to go over just past the right knee. So the feet, the legs are not moving. It's just the arms. We're just creating a slight twist in the spine. Excellent. Nice and controlled. Excellent. Let's go back to center, and then we're going to go over to the left, bringing it over, right hand on top, curling up. Again, knees are not moving. We're just curling that spine. Nice and controlled. Nearly there, one more. Excellent, and bringing it back into position. Okay, so we're going to go straight into our balance. So for those of you who maybe have not done this session before, don't worry. There's a couple of ways you can do it. Our balance can start where we take one arm or one leg, not both, or you can take your opposites. Make sure your core is engaged. If you're feeling strong and your feet and hands are still in contact but outstretched, then you can lift. But if you're not feeling too strong, okay, just keep the contact at all times. So we've got that nice balance and nice steadiness through the hips. Nice and controlled. We're just going to lift and lower. Excellent. Bringing it back down. We're going to reset. We're going to extend the opposite arm, opposite leg out. Toes and hands in contact. Inhale, exhale. We're going to lift and lower. Excellent. And bringing it back. Wonderful. If you need to, just shake those wrists just a little bit. And then we come back into our 4-point kneeling. So we're going to do thread the needle here. So for this one, I want you to take your left arm and you're going to bring it under your right. So as we come through, we're going to have our hand on the floor and it's going to curl so that our shoulder comes down towards the floor. If you can't get all the way down, please don't worry. Just go as low as feels comfortable for you. And then just breathe and hold. Pushing up with the right hand, and then we're going to come back and reset. Place your left hand in, take your right hand, and we're going to thread the needle through under the arm. Again, reaching down to get the shoulder into position. And again, we're just going to hold it here. Pushing through the left hand, bringing it up. Excellent. Let's try one more on each side. So we're threading that needle through, or our hand, bringing it down into position. You might be able to get a little bit further this time round. Don't worry if you can't. The thing about Pilates is that we really need to listen to our body, okay? And it's your body, so it's important that you listen to what it's telling you. We can force our body to do things, but that's normally when we cheat and then create bigger problems. Push up. Excellent. Okay, so we're just going to do a little sit back here at this point, and we're just going to reach our arms out in front of us and take in a deep breath. And then I want you to bring your hands in front of your shoulders, and you're going to sit down and you're going to uncurl. Now always make sure the base of the spine's in first, then unstack the spine, shoulders and head back into position, and then the head back. Excellent. We're going back into 4-point kneeling. A lot of that today, but don't worry about it because we're going to alternate between arms and legs. Okay, and we're going to reset and we're going to go into a glute raise. So we're just going to extend our right leg out nice and controlled. And what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze your butt cheek, all right? Because basically that's your glutes. So take a breath in, exhale and lift. Excellent. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. So you should be lifting the leg through that butt cheek, okay? So really, really focus. Think about the butt. Mind-body connection really helps. Nice and controlled. Wonderful. Keeping that posture. Excellent. Bringing it back in. Reset. We're going to extend the opposite leg, making sure that that back's nice and stable. Core switched on before we lift. And again, focus on that butt. Nice and controlled. take your time with it. Don't rush. When we rush, that's how accidents happen, okay? Let's do one more. Okay. So we're going to stay in this 4-point kneeling position, and this time we're going to take our right arm and we're just going to take it out to the side, and we're going to lift, squeeze the shoulder blade and lower. Lift and lower. So you're squeezing the muscles of the upper back of the moving arm, but we're still using the muscles of the arm that's keeping us up. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Okay, reset. So when we reset, we always make sure we're in that 4-point position so that when we're ready to go, we can take that one arm, one leg, or the opposites away, and we know we're strong and we know we're safe. Okay, let's go 2 more on this side. Excellent, and bringing it back. Okay, so we're going to come into a lying down position. All right, from here. So just slowly come down to the floor. Use whatever assistance you need to. Try not to let yourself just collapse. All right. And we're going to take one leg up in front of us. All right, from here, we're going to place our hands just on the back of the thigh. Now, avoid the pocket at the back of the knee, so you're just below that. And we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. So take a breath in. Exhale, keep this top leg as straight as possible. Exhale, pull the leg in towards you. And you should feel a nice stretch down the back of the thigh. Now, from here, I want you to just flex and point the toes. So I'm bringing the toes towards me, and then I'm taking them towards the ceiling. So I'm just moving that foot around, up and down. And you might feel that when you flex the foot and you're bringing the toes towards you, you get a deeper stretch down the back. Okay, now we're just going to do some ankle rotation. So let's go anti-clockwise or outwards. Or it might be clockwise, I don't know. I get confused. Change direction, whichever way you're going, just go the opposite. Excellent. And again, and then we're going to slide the opposite leg away from us, okay? So we need to make sure that this leg stays straight. And then inhale, exhale, just pull this leg in towards a bit more. Just hold the stretch. But don't hold your breath. So just let the breath flow. And with every exhale, just try and bring it in a millimetre more. Okay? Every smidge counts. Excellent. Bend that leg. Just hug it in just a little bit towards you and then place it back down. We're then going to extend the opposite leg. Again, holding it behind the thigh, but avoiding the pocket behind the knee. Okay? We're going to have it nice and straight, pointing towards the ceiling. Okay? Don't worry if you can't get your leg up as high as I can, okay? It just comes down to flexibility, but you need to be in a position where the leg is straight. So if your leg's straight there, that's where you hold it, okay? And then again, just flex and point the foot. So bring those toes towards you and then away towards the ceiling. Flex and point, nice and controlled. Excellent. Okay. Then we're going to do some ankle rotations. So inwards or outwards, it doesn't matter because you'll just go in the opposite direction. And then change direction. Excellent. Okay. Leg. Okay. Now nice and strong. And then again, making sure this leg's staying as straight as possible. We're just going to bring it in towards and use that breath again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And every time we exhale, we're just going to encourage this leg towards a little bit more, keeping it as straight as possible. Excellent. And then slowly just hug this leg in. And then we're going to bring it back down. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do a exercise called single leg stretch. We're going to keep it at the basic level where our head, neck and shoulders is all down on the floor. So for this, you're going to hug one knee in. Okay. And then the next leg is going to be up at about a 45-degree angle. Okay. So from here, we're going to switch legs. Okay. So just watch if you haven't done it before. Inhale. Exhale. Switch. And switch. Okay. So let's see how you can get on with that. We're going to bring one leg in, extend the other, and then we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bringing it back in and just hug those legs a little bit. Rock left to right. Excellent. Okay. Now, if you were feeling it in your lower back, core probably wasn't switched on. Okay. Or maybe your legs were too low down, they'll be a little bit higher. It's all just a little bit of practice. When we say 30% connection on that core, we actually want at least 30%. And these kind of exercises, you're probably looking more 50+%, okay? So it's just something to be aware of. So we're going to go into our ab curl, which is basically very similar to your ab crunch. But we're going to peel that spine up off the floor. So it's like you roll down. Okay, so arms can be on the thighs if needs be, or just down on the floor, whatever feels comfortable for you. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to exhale. We're going to lift our head up, and we're just going to roll that spine. Core is switched on. So we're pulling in. We're using the abdominal muscles to pull us forward to lift us up to here. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to roll back down. So you're layering that spine. You're peeling it up. And then you're layering it back down. Inhale, exhale, core's engaged, bringing it up, control, hold, and then inhale and rolling it down. So find where your hands feel comfortable, and you might be a little bit better here. Inhale, lower, excellent. Let's do 3 more and really focus on your technique and your breathing. So inhale, exhale, pull those tummy muscles in. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Wonderful. One more. And bringing it back down. Excellent. We're going to go into a full body stretch now. So I want you to take your arms out of your legs away from you, and then float your arms up over your head. And then imagine somebody's pulling you from the ankles and from the wrists, and you're just getting a nice big stretch. Take a breath in, and then exhale, floating the arms back. Excellent. So if it's more comfortable for you to have your knees bent, then you can do. If you want your legs out straight, again, that's absolutely fine. We're going to just float our arms up so that the palms are facing inwards, okay? And from here, we're just going to drop one arm down, thumb touches the floor, inhale, exhale, back up, okay? So we're going to inhale, lower, exhale, back up. Now, don't worry if you can't reach the floor. Listen to your body. What's your shoulders telling you? Is it possible? Okay, if it's not, then that's fine. Just go to where it feels comfortable. So say you'll get here and you find your arm starts going out to the side, then this is where your limitation is. We want to keep the arms as close to the ears as possible. If possible, brushing those ears. Just nice and controlled. Okay. Now we're just going to fasten it, speed it up a little bit, okay? So we're going to go down for one, and the opposite way is going to go down. So we're going all the way up together, and then all the way down. So we're going opposites now. So little fingers touching down by your hips, thumbs above the head, alternating up and down. Excellent, bringing it back up. And then I just want you to open it up out wide and then closing back up. Nice and wide, opening it up and then closing back. Let's do two more. Excellent, and then bringing it back down. Okay, so just before we finish, if you've got that cushion, great. If not, don't worry about it, but we are going to be moving and lying on our side. I want your arm going out in front of you, which is why a cushion's handy, because it just helps keep that head in line, because obviously don't forget your spine goes all the way into the base of the skull. So we're just going to lie, knees bent, hips stacked, and I want your shoulders stacked here as well. So one hand on top of the other, okay? Take a breath in, and we're going to open up. Don't worry if you can't get down to the floor, that's not the point. The point is feeling a nice stretch here. Inhale, bringing it back over. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. That's it. Down, keep going. Let's do one more, and then we will switch sides. Excellent. Okay, so obviously, so you can keep seeing me, I am just going to switch round. So we are here. Head resting on cushion if you have. Can be a couple of books if you want, with a little towel over the top. Shoulders nice and stacked, hips, knees all stacked. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to exhale, we're going to open up. So we're going to reach behind us. And again, it's not about getting onto the floor, okay? It is more about getting that stretch and opening up those chest muscles that might be tight from sitting down too much or working from a desk. Or, you know, just maybe feeling a little bit low, and we tend to shrug and slump forward when we're not in the best place, okay? And with the news of tier 3, that's not been great for the majority of us. Excellent, let's do two more. All right, last one, nice and controlled. Bring it in. Excellent. Slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Okay. And then from here, we're just going to take in some nice deep breaths. So either come into a seated cross-leg position, sitting nice and tall, reset that posture and those shoulders, or you can sit with your legs out in front of you. It's entirely what feels comfortable for you. So we're going to take a breath in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's session. Don't forget, this and all our other sessions are posted up onto YouTube. So should be available within 24 to 48 hours. So don't worry if you've not been able to watch us live. Okay. If you have got any questions or feedback, comments, anything, it doesn't matter, positive or negative, please let us know, because obviously if there's something you want us, you're wanting from us, if you don't tell us, we can't help you. All right. But yeah, have you got your Christmas tree up? I've certainly got mine up. Put it up last week. And all the Christmas lights just lifted my mood anyway. Are you part of the challenge? The Couch to Christmas. We are on week 5, I believe. So yeah, not long left. Good fun challenges, just for a bit of a laugh, but gets us moving as well. And don't forget basically about our Any Movement program as well. So all of these classes that we have count towards that. So if there's something you've been thinking about trying, jump onto YouTube, or you can go to our videos on our Facebook channel and just go back and look at the old ones. The back catalogue is there from lockdown 1.0 week 1. Okay, so yeah, get yourself moving. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we've got Wendy tomorrow at 11 o'clock with Tai Chi, and then I am back on Thursday with your Wellbeing and Balance. So take care, everybody. All right, and I'll see you soon. Bye.